Hi, Michael. I'm going to do your soul rebirth journey now. You've got quite a scenario going on here. So I'm just going to read the first few sentences of your email to me so people can understand what we're going to do. So you're right. I'm being drained by a person or persons who sit behind my eyes and filter my memories to only think about what they want me to think about. They're vampires, and I'm not sure how to get rid of them. It is very energy draining to the point where my spine is moved and I lose partial control of my limbs. I'm losing my sensations. I feel like my vibe is being blocked and I'm on constant watch. They watch every move and hear every word. They give feedback on what they want me to think. Okay, so I'm just going to relax here. And then we'll get started, okay? My spirit guides ask me what do I expect to find. And I tell them I expect to find reflections that need to feel, breathe, and experience the power of love. And they're saying yes. They ask me if I feel safe and protected to enter into Michael's spiritual atmosphere. I say, let me explore how I feel balanced, and then I will answer. So I've been working with Archangel Michael to prepare for this work I'm doing with you. And so in order to do that, I choose to see Archangel Michael. I ask him to enter into my spiritual atmosphere and hold me and be a protective guide for me. And I also do work to inhale the vibration of angelic energy. So whether you can feel angels or not, the truth is when you call them, they are there. They won't ever not be there. So you trust that they are there, and then you start to breathe in their loving energy. You breathe in through the physical, but you also breathe in through a visualization of being held by angels, and they're emitting energies that are helping you feel relaxed, at ease, and peaceful. So I'm saying that I'm working with Archangel Michael to help accomplish this work for you, and your name too is Michael, so that's kind of special. I've also been talking to Kyron a lot lately, which is kind of unique, because I've gone through spurts where I talk to him and then where I just don't, but he's been quite a part of my experience the last few weeks, so I've been talking to him as well. So I'm going to work with Kyron too in order to help you, okay? So one thing I've been learning about this experience is that a lot of this work has illusionary reflections. And so I choose to see all things as truth, but also as a version of the illusion that needs to be altered in vibration to be the truth that love is all that is real. And so in order to accomplish this work, I translate the vibration, I see the vibration, and then I do work to alter its vibration from the illusion of chaos to the illusion, but not the illusion, the truth of love. So that is how I accomplish this, okay? So I'm just relaxing for a minute. Okay, now I'm starting. I am standing at a doorway, and the doorway, I'm in a spotlight, whereas the door is standing in darkness, and it wants to be tall, but I'm choosing to just see it as a normal door, although it wants to keep stretching itself, so it makes it look bigger than a normal door. And it kind of distorts its appearance, too. It's actually a closet. I'm opening it. It's quite dark in this closet. I can see a smiling face in here. There's some other objects in here, like little kids' toys and stuff. This man that is in here has an obsession with objects and toys and things and playing with them. But I'm trying to understand the psychology of his work. I'm welcoming him to enter into the light with Michael and I and Kyron, and we are here to help you feel better. So we're just going to stand out here and wait, as we also transfer vibrations of love into this closet space. There's quite a lot more in the closet. It's helping to push out quite a thick, dark energy. It's a dark energy. It even has a hand that it forms as it tries to sweep out of the closet and then sweep one way and the other, like it's trying to grab something. We're untouchable. We can become invisible to the hand if we want to be. So it's not able to actually grab us. We just become invisible and it just brushes through us. They're showing this is quite a beast that is now standing up and doesn't want to play games from inside the closet. He's quite a man. He's very tall. We would just be little people like this big in comparison to 100-foot giant or something crazy like that. He's a man. He's got a brutish appearance to him. He kind of looks like a caveman in that way. But he's sturdy and strong on his feet. He's looking in all the wrong directions. In fact, he keeps spinning his head and it creates an odd, like the neck itself is kind of getting twisted as well. He can spin it like an owl. But he's not choosing to look down to see us here. So we're just here waiting for the next thing. He's getting dizzy and nauseous and sick from this behavior. And I'm going to him and I'm saying he's okay. Just here. I'm right here. So I'm just like a little flying ant or whatever. And I'm just perched on his shoulder. And I'm sharing loving energy with him that is helping him to turn his head and so it's not twisted. And he's far more relaxed. He's even reducing in size so he can interact with us. He's feeling a lot better. He's feeling a lot calmer. He's feeling so much better now. He just needed to see somebody. And now here I am. I say, I'm here for you. It's very relaxing now. He's our size, but there's no interaction. He's just standing here, but the energy vibration is extremely peaceful and welcoming, and it is very, very nice to feel it. So we're just enjoying this energy exchange. There's another calamity or a bang that happens here. So let's see what this is about. It is a man. His face is turned into a liquid. His eyes are coming out of his head. He's got something about the skin around his lips and a tongue that is starting to come out as well. I'm helping him. He's half skeletal and half a living body, and this is no life at all. He is hot to the touch. There's an angel here to help me with him. The angel is actually picking him up and putting him over his shoulder and flying away with him. The angel is taking him into the light to be healed in the light. This is a space, there's a pathway, and there's quite a disgusting energy in a dark liquid form on both sides of the pathway. I am to go towards quite a beast of a man, but he's more so way overweight, and his belly is so massive, it overhangs down to his knees even. And he's very heavy. He's kind of leaning to one side like this and looking at me. And he's got kind of a Buddhist style to his face that's got the weird smile, you know, as Buddha's, the heavy set Buddha smiling at me. But there's something that's, the truth is, this is quite a disgusting chaos space. And Buddha is not the reflection of this. But it's nice to feel Buddha's smiling face in here. And it's kind of exciting for me. And so I'm not really bothered by any of this. I know that this is not the truth of whoever this consciousness is, but it makes me smile to see it. In fact, it's quite welcoming me to see if even Buddha would like to join on this journey healing for you. It just feels good. My spirit guides asked me if I feel Buddha is here on this journey, and I say, yeah, absolutely. That image would not have entered into the scene if Buddha wasn't here. There's something really beautiful about the image, and I'm getting to hear quite beautiful sounds of birds chirping, and what is like an ornate garden, and extreme peaceful sensations. And this is all a part of, it's quite interesting because we have this space, okay? But we have also this space in a toxic version, and then we have an alternate version of the truth, which is this ornate garden and birds chirping, and there's a small brook, and Buddha smiling face and energy, and it's amazing. So I'm just relaxing and waiting for the next thing. There is an inspiration to create chaos or imbalance, but it is not allowed because the balance we choose to see, experience, and be aligned with is what is an ornate garden that brings us happiness, peacefulness, and balance. They ask me if I feel I'm healing the space through this, and I say yes, absolutely. The space is feeding on this higher vibrational energy, and it is helping to transform it naturally. So they're saying, so higher vibrational planes heal lower vibrational planes? And I'm saying yes. That is exactly what I am feeling and experiencing right now. And they're saying yes to this. They're saying yes to the truth that higher vibrational planes do have an effect on providing love and assistance to lower vibrational planes. Human beings could see this and understand it through what are very loving and kind alien beings who help human beings at higher vibrational planes to reach planet Earth and this vibrational plane, which is lower. They say a lot of the ascension energy and that experience is part of the gift of other beings from higher vibrational planes that want Earth to be lifted up to experience that version of balance, harmony, and peace. Just like I want this space to experience that version of balance, harmony, and peace. And so it is. There's an angel here in the space. The angel that's strange. I have what is an overlapping scene of Buddha style scene and chaos scene, okay? Well, simultaneously, both scenes is an angel. The angel is pure white light energy, but as it descends into the dark space, it starts to turn acidic and die. But I'm again saying that is part of an illusionary facade, and the angel is strong and is not going to melt from this. Again, that is the truth, and that is the wisdom. So now I am allowed to see that the angel is strong and courageous and healthy and healed and is not disturbed at all by this energy, period. They say in oneness, in the consciousness of all, there is dark and there's light. The light can experience the dark and not die from it or decay from it, but only understand it through that vein of wisdom. So there is no destruction that the dark does to the light, or even that the light does to the dark. There's only veins of wisdom and truth, and it is as you choose to perceive is the truth. I'm just watching this angel as I'm standing here in this higher vibrational plane. The angel has got a bucket and is doing something with this darker liquid. It's odd. It's like filling the bucket up and then taking the bucket and chucking this stuff out. I don't even know where he's throwing it, because it's just going to throw to the other side. And then, I mean, that's not really healing anything. You're saying, yes, that's right. It is not healing anything. There's something about this wisdom, and what we choose to see and what we choose to believe as the truth is the healing. I'm choosing to enter the scene and allow myself to be from a higher dimensional plane, entering into the scene where the angel was burned but never was burned. So I'm in the scene and I'm just going to go do my work now. That's great when that... So I come into the scene, and this, whatever it is, Buddhist style, just instantly I see a massive sword coming out of the ground, a massive hand, and a massive giant man standing up is ready to fight me. And so I give his big toe a kiss and tell him that I am here not to fight him, but to help him feel the love of all. I am experiencing his heart portal, although I cannot see it from where my vantage point is. I just visualize it, and I see that it is filling with 1,000,000 angels that love this entity so much. And would never give up on this entity. I would share love unconditionally and share forgiveness of all things, and help this entity return to the light where it can heal and experience balance and harmony and joy once more. These demons want to feel this again. I'm telling you, they do. Even if they fight it tooth and nail, they try to transform you, they try to destroy you, deep down inside, they want this very badly. I really see it like a human being who became a drug addict. It lost everything, their family, their friends. The drug now is their version of love. It isn't the true love, right? So you need to have somebody who is unwavering, who will not let go, who will not stop loving them, taking care of them until they can remember what true love feels like. That's what demons are like to me. The difference is they don't have the physical body. Physical body in a drug addict has to be reprogrammed, and that is the very hard part of it. But for a demon, they are a soul expression, and so they can feel this energy transform them, but it can be hard for them too, because their vibration has to alter, and in the process they get a little freaked out by it. Some of them really resist it, but once they are broken by the feelings of love, they succumb to it and are transformed by it. So you just don't stop, you just keep sharing it. My spirit guides are saying, so are you continuing to share love? And I say yes. Even while I'm talking and explaining all these things, I'm still doing work. I have been sharing love and nonstop with this man's heart portal. And he's not choosing to be fighting towards me or anything of that kind. He's not choosing to harm me at all. He's just stalled out and experiencing this sensation and feeling of energy. And he's growing smaller and smaller. It's interesting because he's kind of got an Egyptian flair to him. Kind of like the jackal I see And this jackal is not, I do see him in demon forms, but I'm not convinced he's a demon. But there's some interesting history with Egypt, and I haven't been able to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. But I will just tell you he's of a jackal version, an Egyptian style attire with a sort of white wrap around cloth and some blue and gold, some sort of ornate stitching on the bottom. He looks like he's turning into dust and about to blow away. His expression is not the value anymore. His energy is now released from that expression and now welcomed into the light of all, even into this higher vibrational space where the ornate bushes and everything is a version of heaven, and he's welcomed there by Buddha himself. It's very beautiful to see and experience this. And I tell the soul that you deserve to feel love and happiness and healing in heaven. No matter what your choice is, you still deserve to know what love and forgiveness feels like. That's part of your learning journey. I'm inspired to transform the space, but I'm waiting for further direction because I'm not convinced that is exactly what I need to do just yet. There's another entity wanting to reveal himself to me. He's welcoming of me to enter into his space. There's more to this man than meets the eye. He looks kind of like a normal human being. So I am entering into a space and I'm going to him and I am sharing love with him unconditionally. I'm not examining the space. I am just going and looking into his eyes and showing him what love looks like. I am touching his body. He is trying to show me that it is hot and is going to harm me, and I am saying, your body does not harm me. So, this man, he too has turned into sort of an entity. A spiritual energy came out of his body and now is being allowed to enter into the light with Buddha. I basically touched his shoulders and I looked into his eyes and I called to heaven to share the light of all with him, and I would not stop until it was done. And so now that is done, but there's quite a massive force here. And so this massive force is now behind this other scene. So we're kind of just moving from one scene to the next and just walking through a journey pathway. And so now I have quite a monstrous terror here. He is a large, I don't know, he's black, he's kind of got an Egyptian thing, but the outfit isn't Egyptian, but it's like a black statue in that way. I'm not able to see the face. There's some purple to the color of it. He's trying to derail me with thoughts, but they aren't the true thoughts. They are his thoughts. They're not my thoughts. He's reducing because I'm not choosing to ingest his thoughts. He is taking me to a very dark space deep down, and I say that I can go anywhere and I'm still in heaven. There's a lot of insects here. There's a lot of sounds of insects everywhere. He's trying to show me that I am weak and that I am a sacrifice to his gods. And I'm saying that that is not the truth. I need to focus here on this man. I am turning his insects into white butterflies, and I'm coming over here to show him in my eyes who and what I am. He won't show me his eyes, so I'm choosing to see his heart portal. I've been using all types of techniques working with heaven. I'm seeing his heart portal, and then I allow 1,000,000 angels to enter into his spiritual atmosphere that he may feel purification and healing from heaven. I'm allowing the angelic orchestra from that last rebirth journey to enter in here, because that was pretty spectacular. I never seen or experienced an angelic orchestra. I loved it. So I want him to feel that as well. I'm doing a lot of work right now. I don't want to talk because I just need to focus here. I'm supposed to tell you that he's been transformed in the light. There was quite a lot going on in that process. His whole space is being transformed in the light right now. They like to project in different ways that to help to make it. As a human being, you have to acknowledge that what we see, feel, think is the truth is not. There's quite an expansive truth to everything, and so they use techniques to make you feel like they've possessed you, make you feel like they projected their consciousness in all different ways, try to inspire you to feel fear, right? And then if they can get you to feel fear, then now they own you. Now they have another person that they get to feed off of. They're just hungry for your energy or food. This man, just you have to stand your ground, and you have to know the truth. The truth is that I will not stop looking at you. I will not stop filling you with love. I will not stop sharing this energy with you. I will not stop. And heaven is here. And you just keep focusing. You just keep speaking and telling the truth that you are transformed in the light now. And then once you feel them there's sort of like a, I don't know, an energy that exists where there's like a stiff energy that you feel as you're doing the work. And then when that energy just relaxes, you know that it has been completed. And so now you allow all of the rest of this to be taken care of by by heaven and all of that. I'm here to find the darkest parts of your reflection in order to transform every one of them so that I can lift this experience from your consciousness, okay? There is quite an odd space I'm entering into now. All these spaces, basically there was like a vacuum in the sky that just sucked all these spaces up into it, and now I'm standing in darkness looking up, and the only light is coming from a very tiny hole high above me. And the spirit guides asked me if I feel fear by what has happened, because there is nothing here. Literally, there's nothing here. There's only darkness, and that's that creepy sensation that there is more here than I have an awareness of. And I say, no, that doesn't bother me. I'm about to sneeze here. Okay. So if I'm not itching my nose, yawning, I do sneeze too. When the love gets really potent, like God style love makes me sneeze. Okay, so, all right, so I'm in a dark space. I actually welcome the darkness because I am the light, and I really welcome it to enter into the light of all so that it can feel and breathe and be a part of heaven again. And I really welcome that from it. My human body will feel things, but my spirit is not my human body. My soul's infinite. So, all right. There's some sort of rain or descent of energy coming down upon me. I have an orb sphere, and it is not harming me at all. I don't know why. I'm just choosing to be invisible to the energy right now, so it doesn't have an existence. It has an acidic reflection to it. I don't know what is going on in here. There's something with a dark orb in here. I'm in motion, but I'm not able to see anything. I'm moving somewhere, but I cannot tell. There's something about an odd, I don't know, it's a Ferris wheel or whatever is going around and around. And there's orbs to it. There's a really awful feeling that I'm getting from it. It makes me feel tired. It makes me feel conked out. I see there's a version of Kyron that is on the other side of this. It's sort of in the center. And there I am over here, and then there's Kyron over here, and we have a wheel in the center. So just... So I'm choosing to see a different version of the truth. I'm screaming in a rainstorm and begging for help. I'm running for my life through a jungle. I'm quite terrified. There's somebody chasing me, and it literally is sort of... There's something modern about it. Didn't know there was going to be a big mowing thing going on. Ugh. Okay. We'll just see how well this pans out here, okay? Because usually the mow sounds go away pretty quick. Okay. So, I just need to stay with this is the thing. I don't want to leave the journey right now. So, okay. I'm back with the scene in the jungle. They're like guerrilla hunters, like from, I don't know, Central America or something crazy like that. And I'm like a tourist or something. And they've got big guns, and they're chasing me through a jungle. I mean, it all seems like a scary dream or something like that. There's no way I would outrun them, for one. I would be blown to bits by now. You know, it's just these details. But there's truth to the terror and the experience. There's a version of this that is true. So there's a reason they're sharing this wisdom. Something odd. I'm hearing something about body snatchers. And then I see what is an odd arm that just flicks down and lifts me up. And I don't know what's going on. I'm hearing a helicopter now. It's just flipping me upward. I mean, the thing just looked like Laffy Taffy or like a frog tongue, a boop, and then got it. But instead of going in somewhere, it just flicked it. So I just went flicking out. This is part of the wisdom. So we have to understand what this means or why this is showing itself here. It's hopelessness. It's the feeling of complete and utter hopelessness. The feeling of there's no way out. The feeling of that I am done for. I'm going to die. I'm trying my hardest to survive, but I have to face the reality. Before I even face the reality, a whole new reality hits me, and I'm experiencing some other version of a nightmare. It's just from every angle, there's a new version of chaos, and I'm in the center of it all, and there's no relief from it. There's no hope of ever getting out of here. It is a feeling of surrender, but I won't. But the sensation is I'm not going to surrender. I'm just going to keep trying, which is very good. This is a part of your experience, Michael, is this. Just too much chaos and no hope that it'll ever go away. And you don't have a clue how to even help yourself or how to correct this. Anybody in the medical field would tell you to take medicine. I'm not a doctor, but there are spiritual answers to things of this kind, and this is how it shares itself with me energetically in order to heal this experience that you are having, okay? I'm a real advocate for exploring alternative means to alter energy vibrations to heal the consciousness, to heal the soul, to heal the body in different ways. Because even sickness has a vibration. Sicknesses of all kinds have a vibration. Your body is a vibration as well. It just is a dense expression, but it's still a vibration. Many vibrations. So, I'm helping you to see. The process of helping you to see that I'm helping. That what is here is a female literally screaming without anybody to help her. And I'm trying to coax her here to comfort her and take her out of the scene, that the scene is a part of that feeling and the emotions that it is just way bigger than you are and there's no way out. And that process that sort of becomes the image of a poster that something is being stuck through it now. So I have to see what this is all about. It's literally a man holding a really muddy stick and is waving it. I expect to see a surrender flag, but there's nothing on there. It's just a muddy stick and a hand waving the stick. I mean, I feel like he's in this like a sand trap or a mud pit or something. So I'm pulling him out. He's out of here now. He's getting out a lot of mud and energies that he's ingested while he's been in the mud pit. He's breathing air. He's getting oxygen in. He's finding relief. He has been sinking in the mud and now he has gone under. And nobody would help him out until I came along. And now here I am, a helping hand. I can help you out. I'm just letting him breathe here. I'm taking some time to just balance myself, basically. I am helping him to enter into this higher vibrational space with Buddha. I'm helping that female who's been running to enter into this higher vibrational space with Buddha as well. It's very beautiful, it's very healing, it's very sincere. These versions of the truth are versions of what was, and now what is this beautiful space where everybody experiences harmony, blissfulness, joy, happiness, and everything else like that. So I'm in this space as well. I'm relaxing here. I'm allowing that the energy of love to fill these spaces and transform them into light. There's something still much deeper. It is lifting up like a hatch to reveal itself. What this is, Michael, is sort of like you're having a life experience where it's like bubbles of chaos experience from past lifetimes are coming up and your body is not able to tolerate it. And it's a good thing. Believe it or not, this nightmare is a good thing. When you have somebody like me to help this sort of pull these memories up and out and transform them into light, all of these interconnected things. So basically what we have here is a soul that is trying to release a lot of the dark old energy from the past, and it's just bubbling up one after the other after the other. It is so derailing for the body and the mind that now you're having entities attached to you, and now they're overwhelming you, and they're taking control over your strength and power to stand on your own and be a free man to do as you please in this lifetime. And so your soul has to get some of this dark stuff out. And unfortunately, in the process, it's too much for your body and you're sort of overwhelmed by it all. And so now you have these other attachments happening here too. There's a reason why I keep seeing more scenes, more things just popping out, and more entities to transform. This is doing a lot of old work. I'm clearing out a lot of old work, old lifetimes, and old memories of chaos experiences. They aren't showing me exactly, they're not saying exactly what happened in your history, but they just keep bubbling up, and this is what is feeling like to me as I'm experiencing them. So I'm welcoming this entity to come up and out. I am telling him that it's time now to release him into the light. And then I'm thanking him for his service and the work that he has shared in order to help your soul on your learning journey. He's a nice man, actually. I'm sitting on his palm and he's lifting me up. He's just a dark energy being. He's very large, and I'm very small. I tell him that I feel tired. I feel tired on this journey. He tells me that I do not need to feel tired. I am here now to help you. This is about you too. This wisdom is here for a reason. This is your journey, Michael, and a part of you has a very small voice that says, I'm tired. I'm really tired. I want to remember what normal feels like. I want to live a normal life. And this large man is quite like Kyron to me. And he is very loving and sincere. Kyron has quite an extraordinary identity. He's not just a voice to help humanity. He does work. I see him doing work with soul contracts and helping souls to explore certain veins of wisdom. And in order to do that, they somehow work with him. This is what I see. The spiritual universe is quite extraordinary in comparison to what we understand. So when I see Kyron in this way, he's sort of helping you to feel healed from your soul, your journey, your lifetime journey, and this past life journey and all that. And he's just helping you, this little part of you, find healing. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. So we have what is just a little voice within you that's tired, right? And so you're on Cryon's hand, and then you're sharing this with Cryon, and Cryon's very understanding, very loving. He is very respectful of all souls that explore darker pathways, and just respectful of all souls, period. But there's quite a reverence that takes place when it's honoring and is revering of those souls who endure these versions of nightmares. And so he's here and he's very proud of you and all you've accomplished in your life. He knows how hard this has been for you. So I'm just here with Cryon, and then we'll see what happens next. There's just honestly a loving energy that is passing back and forth, and that is it feels really wonderful. It's a really good energy to be sharing in your spiritual atmosphere. It feels like coming to a point of rest, a rest period right now. It's taken a lot to get to this point, is the way that it feels. And all these other spaces are being helped into the light, transformed by the light, and all of that. There's something about this odd wheel that's sort of like a wheel of fortune in the darkness. It's a grotesque version of it. What is just people on the wheel of fortune just getting all cut up from knives being thrown at them. They're bound and forced to be on this wheel of fortune. It's beyond their control. They're just stuck here. It's like a version of hell for some souls. They just feel controlled by the experience, and now they are enduring what is being roped up and stuck on a wheel of fortune, and daggers being thrown, and there's no escape. So it's very painful. So I'm to release them all from this, and then also I'm to alter the vibration of this. They're male and female on this Wheel of Fortune. It has a way it's sort of, I don't know, there's like a skate ramp or something. And so it's fallen off of the hinge, and now it just goes one way, and then it goes the other way. And then it goes one way, so it's not actually spinning around like this anymore. It's just going one way and then the other way, like that. It's just rolling. Yeah, that's progress. That it is altering its vibration. So there's a gross energy associated with this vein. This is a patient one, sort of hanging out behind the scenes of everything. I'm just focusing on those who are here. The wheel has stopped moving, and I'm helping all of these beings off of here. It's massive. It would be hundreds of feet in size, lots of small people. In one version, I can see everybody on there like a normal sized person, but in this version, the perception of size is quite different. They asked me if I know how many people or how many souls that I'm helping, and I'd say 100, just maybe 100. There's an issue with my perception. of this. Because there's some illusionary version of the truth here. Because this is quite larger than that. Because there is a big part of a consciousness that has been derailed or in pain and suffering from this, and I could not put a number on it. And there is no choice. They're saying numbers are not appropriate in comprehending this. The language of numbers does not relate to what this is. So what I see and what I understand is not going to help me. This is beyond my human understanding, basically. All I know is there's quite a lot of relief that I'm feeling, a lot of relief. I mean, I feel like I can relax. There's that stiff energy, you know, that I experience when I transform entities, and then it just caves out, and there's just an amazing relaxed sensation. And this, I didn't realize that I was feeling stiff or whatever, but I feel so relaxed and at peace all of a sudden from this. There's a big hand coming from the sky, picking the wheel and welcoming all of these beings, even from the ground, and those still on the wheel. That's just all being taken into the light. They're just all vanishing and entering into the light now. Everything is done with this. I'm saying, okay, so it is time now. I want to see these vampires so we can heal them. There's more to this story than what I've been shown. I'm standing on a plank of wood out in the middle of the ocean. I'm a man. It's hot, but it is turning into a night scene, but it's not night yet, but the sun's down far enough where it's getting darker. The water isn't like humongous waves or anything. I mean, I'm literally on just a plank of wood. I'm not in the water, I'm just literally standing on top of it. And they asked me if I think I could balance on top of a plank of wood floating in the middle of the ocean. I say no. I think I would fall off for sure. There's some wisdom here about you getting your balance back. Balance so good that you could even balance on a plank of wood in the middle of the ocean. I mean, it is literally on top of the waves, but it is bobbing. Like there's no weight on it, you know? I mean, it should, if he's standing on it, it should be descended into the water, right? But it isn't. He feels freedom. He feels happiness. They're opening the waves, parting them, and now there's quite a large mouth down here that's ready to gobble this man up. But the awesome news is that his plank of wood is stuck to the water and it will not fall. It is literally stuck to the water. Not even gravity can take this plank of wood. Nothing can. I ask heaven to funnel light into that mouth so that it can experience. It's like a massive jaws, like a massive shark mouth coming out of the ground or in the water. I mean, it's just a massive black hole with a lot of sharp teeth around it, and then the appearance of a shark head. But I can't see any of those parts, just primarily the big wide open mouth. It's really positive and really happy. It's really joyful. There's some really grotesque energy coming out of the mouth of this shark. out of the belly of the beast. I'm just going down and I'm touching the shark. I'm welcoming the energy to come out. There's nothing else that is more important to me. You're in a safe way. This shark, though, is starting to get smaller. Although it looks sick and it looks like it is full of dark energy on the inside, and it's very sick feeling. I'm inspired to cut it open, but that isn't what I want to do. I don't want to harm it. There's something about this shark is also a reflection of you. One version of you is doing quite well, is in a safe zone. One version of you is this shark for some reason. I mean, I can see the shark is a normal sized shark now, and it's starting to transform into between what is a beached shark or what is a man in with a horrible stomach ache. I am sharing a great deal of love with this. I need to focus here on this, okay? Okay. This work has been very positive. So I just touch the shark, simultaneously the man, and speak words with and channel love from heaven. And in the process, there is quite an explosive energy that shoots out of the shark's stomach, and it's simultaneously again a man gasping for air. Like he's been about to drown or finally reached a boat. Is something about that. Can't breathe. The real scene is this man has been drowning or almost suffocating, barely made it to a place where he could hang on to something and rest his body, which has been trying to swim or stay afloat for a long time in the middle of a storm. It's as if it was all... This is part of the wisdom. He is now somehow on a boat, but simultaneously crawling up a beach. In both versions, he is gasping for air. In both versions, he is thankful to find something that he can hold on to. This is really reflective of what you're enduring. Our past life memories of different versions of these chaos experiences. And it's just overwhelming, and it's attracting a lot of dark entities as well that are feeding on your vulnerabilities to your emotions. You have a right to be a human being with emotions. You have a right, and you have a right to go through lifetimes where your soul has to release some of the dark memories in order to heal those cavities of expression. And in the process, the body gets sensitive about it. And so you have a right to have emotions. You do. And I'm allowing this man to really experience, really share his hurt, his pain, what he has endured, to really emotionally release from the experiences. The best I can tell you, my spirit guides are asking me, are these real past lives? And I'm saying they sure feel. These are so crisp and clear that I can see each and every wave. I can see the boat. And it's not a big one by any means. It's a little boat that's like a rowboat style. I don't even know why it would be out in the water right now. That's the question that doesn't make any sense. He's crawling onto the beach like a survivor from a shipwreck or something. And so that is what they're saying. A survivor from a shipwreck. He makes it to an island, all right. He's exhausted by the time he gets there. I don't know how his body survives it. It's to that degree. They're saying it was a lifetime of tragedy and blessing. He was not allowed to die. He was going to fight for his survival, and for the soul to know what that feels like, to be given a second chance at life, so to speak. So the experience was to be given what is no hope at all to live through this, and then to be given hope. And so the soul can experience a lifetime where there is no hope, and now there actually is a blessing. There is always hope. So now you are on the beach, and you feel the joy you're feeling right now is so thankful, so happy, so can't even believe it. I can't even believe I'm touching ground. I don't care that sand is getting all over my face and hands. I can't believe I'm actually touching ground. I can't believe I made it. It's in shock. You don't care how you're going to survive on this beach or if you will ever get off of this beach. You're just so thankful to be on land where you thought you were going to die for sure. I mean, it just was like a miracle. I mean, it was a sheer miracle that you ended up making it. Miracles do happen, they say. There's funny play on words because miracle and Michael kind of sound the same, and that's part of the wisdom as well. They're allowing you to breathe, Michael, and relax on the beach to feel that you are safe, okay? To not feel like you are in the middle of a storm in the middle of the ocean and you will never find your way home. You're safe. You are fearful of sharks, all right. I'm just allowing you to breathe and inhale this peaceful energy. I'm sorry about the mowing. This really stinks. It'll recede to the background. I cannot stop this journey right now. I have to stay focused on it. It's important that I remain in it. You're still relaxing on the beach and you're still inhaling the fresh air and what is sunlight even embracing you from what you fell asleep in, this sort of joyful sensation. And you're waking up and there's the sunlight before you and you feel at peace and at ease with everything. You don't feel contaminated at all. You actually feel like you can stand up and walk now. I mean, there's a hammock here and you actually envisioned it for yourself. And now you are experiencing it. You are laying down on the hammock and you are finding peace of mind through your own choices. You actually wanted to feel and experience a hammock, therefore it was provided for you. Now you are resting in it. Now you are finding this version of peace, which is really nice. I'm just watching you enjoying this. You're smiling and you're full of dreams. You're full of normal feelings. You're full of relief. I'm gonna just pause this for a minute so we can pass some time here for this mowing sound. I'm just gonna let you enjoy your hammock, okay? I'll be back after a bit. Hi, Michael. Okay, let's get this show on the road. The mowers are gone. Okay. So it was kind of nice leaving off where you were in a hammock and you were positively thinking and feeling emotionally balanced. It's always good when I see that. Starting to thunder out there. It was a really hot sunny day, just so you know, and now it's turning into like a chaos storm. So this is a very weird day. I'm doing your soul rebirth journey. Okay, I'm relaxing and I'm going to go to the next scene. My spirit guides asked me, where do I feel we need to go next? It's quite a nice place to leave off, and so I'm sort of stuck and unsure of the next direction. So I'm just going to enjoy watching you here on the beach, and then we'll see what they take me next. There's more of the darker fields that I need to explore here. All I can see is what is blood splattered all over a man's body. It's a demon world type of sensation. It's not like a human world space. I touch this man with love to help reduce this sort of chaos energy sensation. I'm not allowed to see his face. I can see his chest and body going downward. I can see his male body parts. I can't see his face. He's of a muscular form. I'm just waiting for the next scene. I'm trying to get into the space, but I'm not able to get into it just yet. I can have some perceptions of a room, an underground cavern type of space. There's light here. There's blood splattered everywhere. I get the impression there's other beings down here, soul entities. I'm trying to get in there, but I'm not able to just get in there yet. All I can do is be patient. I am not checking this guy out, just so you know. I'm trying to see. It's just weird when you see that. It's just, you know, they come in all different shapes and sizes. I'm still waiting here. It's sort of a descending sensation I'm experiencing to try to get there. So I'm in a descent of some kind, but I haven't quite gotten there yet. I can feel the sensation of going downward. There's something, I'm going to tell you, there's something, believe it or not, in this destructive space, there is a version of love here. I can feel it. If there was nothing here, it would share itself as pure evil. I've seen and experienced pure evil before. It is derailing, but again, you have to stand your ground and you have to acknowledge that we're all part of one consciousness. The consciousness I align with is of the divine light, right? Of unconditional love and forgiveness. And sometimes pure evil doesn't, I've transformed pure evil before, but pure evil also does not always want to be transformed. So I'm just waiting still. There is work being done right now. I can feel energy work being done, but there's nothing I can tell you about it right now except there are fluctuations in energy, and I'm not able to make out any other information on this space. That love energy is not what I'm able to connect with on this vein of wisdom right now. It is transforming. It is getting sort of a deeper energy feeling. I'm gonna try and get around the. I'm trying to there's energy work, there's stuff happening. I'm trying to get in there faster, but I'm not able to force it, so I just have to wait. I was going to try and find a way around it, but in the process of doing that, it's clear I'm supposed to wait. So I'm just going to wait here. I'm about to sneeze too. Okay, I think I'm okay. It's hard to understand this picture is a new picture. It's something like a tail that is sloshing where there's not quite enough water for it. There's a man sitting in a dark room, and this thing is sloshing around on the ground going around him. It's like a dungeon space. He too is really has an overweight appearance to him. He doesn't seem to take notice of where he is or what is going on around him. It's like an electric eel in the water, but there's not enough water for it, but it's still doing fine, flipping its tail and making a way just in a circle around this man. It's a very still quiet that I'm experiencing. I'm trying to make an entrance, I'm trying to make an impact, but is not to be as of yet. There's another floor I am descending to beneath this one. I'm on some version of an elevator going down into a very massive space. There's fire here, some sort of dragon. Dragon blowing fire out of mouth. There seems to be a lot of soul expressions in here. Michael's here with me, Archangel Michael. There's a sensation I'm experiencing around my head, sort of a burning sensation. There's some sort of entity here. This is quite a realm. It's extremely... There's a lot of burning flame scenes. Dragon flaming this whole space over like a hose, over and over again. So it never really exhausts the flame. It just keeps blasting up more, and then it goes just a little bit of a wither, and it continues to blast more. I'm still trying to descend downward. There's something else that is happening here. It's like this picture is merely a poster and there's something drilling through it, like it's just against a hard brick wall, and there's something drilling through it and a liquid trying to come out. This drill. I'm waiting. This is all part of wisdom. It'll come to me what to do here. You just have to keep going with the pictures. Some sort of empty space where I hear footsteps. You know, like dress shoes walking on marble or something, some flooring of that kind. It's completely dark in this room space here. There's a man. He has no face. They're telling me I've descended many floors of your experience. We are continuing to go downward in order to get to the root of them all. When we get to the root of them, then we can transform that space, and it breaks down all the upper surface layers. As in, they heal. So this guy has something he likes to, like a pocket watch on a chain or something, and he's whipping it around like this. I'm surprised how patient I feel. Usually I'm just like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm just going to go downward. But for some reason, there's a reason why I'm patiently going through each one of these and not pushing through them. I'm doing everything right, so I just have to be patient even more still. I'm talking to Kyron right now, and I'm asking him to help me get to the right space. There's a further descent I am going. It feels like we're going down even further now. I can feel the sensation of going downward. I can feel it in my throat. It's really interesting how it feels. It feels like it's in my throat. And it's exhausting. But I don't feel anything concerning. I don't feel anything trying to derail me. I don't feel anything scary. I'm just seeing images and describing them. There's no sensation of concern at all. I'm just waiting. There's something about this. I'm usually not... When I go into spaces of this kind, I'm usually just... It's time. It's time. Every one of them, I would be on it. There's something about this wisdom where... Why are you not actively trying to create a solution? There's something about you actually have the power and the control to correct this nightmare you're enduring through choosing to engage with it and say no thanks, see you later, period. But the fact that there is no inspiration to stand for me to even do anything here is very weird. I feel like I'll just go chill out and watch. I'm not going to interact or be involved with taking care of this. That's how it feels. It's very unlike me to be this way. And so I have to put it out there that it is time that this gets dealt with, okay? There's footsteps in this lower realm that I hear walking towards me. I'm talking to Kyron, though. I'm not certain if it is Kyron coming towards me or not. They're talking about emotional control or shutdown of emotion to prevent you from having the proper reaction in order to relieve yourself of them and these spaces. A version of you is in conjunction with every single one of these spaces. I've already transformed several guys, and so there's something about this. This is a reflection of what you're going through. A difficulty to get the right momentum in order to take care of business. They're shutting off the pipe work so you don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to step forward to deal with it. So this isn't... I'm just trying to provide an understanding as to what this is all about. there is truth about emotionally, it's odd, not able to engage in what is going on or make a change in it at all. The guy that is in that prison in the dark, just with that eel trying to flap around in a circle, and he's just not associating at all with this. But it's not, and it's odd. It's as if he doesn't choose to relate to it, but some part of him has to want to relate to this. And they asked me, my spirit guides asked me if I feel some part of him does, and I'm saying, this wisdom is telling me that he is under such an derailing control mechanism here that he is unable to be a normal human being with normal feelings in order to handle this. So I'm trying to figure out how I will do this. I need you to choose to want this wholeheartedly right now. Thing is I know you want this, but some part of them is the control that is the influence where you can't say, yes, I demand it now, you know? You're more like, I want to say yes, but if I say yes, then you just say, I am done. I am done with this. You have to get serious with them. And then you say no, okay? And sometimes saying no is choosing to be embraced by love. Love is not a weakness. Love is helping to lift you up and out. Love is soothing. Love is gentle. Love is kind. Love is immaculate. It surrounds you in a light and a healing that makes it makes it hard for those veins to have a solidity where they are still in control. So you create light around your body, and then it has a way of disconnecting these portal pieces where they feed off of you and then control you. You're not a robot, you're a human being. So this is the next stage of healing for you. What I've said has triggered some things because I can feel emotion in my body, and it's starting to make me feel sick, which is a good sign that the wheels are turning here. Work is going to get done. I am actually able to experience empowerment now to take care of this job for you. I'm filling with light of heaven, and I'm blasting all of these realms instantly. I'm literally blasting them with force. Lightning is force. Thunder is force. Is that force evil, or is that force good? You can use it for good. So you take power and you use it and you blast these places out with the light of all. So I am in this really deep dark space, and I am blasting every space out with the light of all instantly. Bam! Like that. Everybody is getting the inferno of heaven right now. Every space, every soul, every demon, every thought, everything is getting blasted out with heaven's light right now. Period. So this helps. This is altering the entire illusion, the entire structure, the entire anatomy of this creation is falling apart, and it is bubbling up some disgusting goo down here. What I see is you have an apartment complex with these different rooms. I keep going down. I blast them all out upward. All this light shoots up from this very deep space. In the process, it's creating a wavy line effect, and it's making it so it was all an illusion to begin with, which is the truth. These things, you get to choose your reality, you get to choose what you want to experience. You have to trust in that. As human beings, we don't feel that we get the choice. We feel like the choice is provided to us and then we just get what we get. But there is a truth where you do get to choose, and it's complicated because society and the way of life, etc., doesn't always provide you with that feeling like you do get a choice. But in this case, when it comes to what you're dealing with these guys, you have a choice. You do have a right to say no, and you can stand by it, okay? So this wavy line effect bubbling out around me is dark energy. It's gross. It is a very gross feeling that I'm experiencing. There is a funnel of liquid wanting to go downward and down a drain. I'm growing extremely massively tall. I'm pulling up something like I have roots or handles into the ground, and I'm ripping it upward and ripping the place apart. I'm using power and energy from my feet, and I'm pushing it downward in blasts of red energy. I'm melting the entire ground away. This whole place is restructuring. I am pulling up something that is very deep underneath this ground space. I'm using pressure, some means of force, to pull up everything beneath this ground space. Something very deep down here. It shows as a white orb or something coming out of red. It is working, that I'm still using energy, a lot of impactful, forceful energy to make this happen. I'm creating massive orbs of energy, and I'm blasting them into the ground to create even more force into this ground to break this space up big time. There's something I'm finally getting to pull out now. It's coming out like a mountain is coming out of the ground right now before me, and I am the size of a mountain. I'm spinning really fast and using spin energy to alter the vibration. I'm just doing things like crazy. I'm making extremely loud noises to alter the vibration. And when you scream in spiritual spaces, you can alter vibrations really quickly. It's not screaming as in fear, it is screaming as in power. I'm literally taking a fast dive downward into the space. I'm blasting through this rock. I'm going deep, deep down. Some sort of vein. It is in conjunction with your... has something odd to do with your ear, with your mouth, with your mind. I'm helping to push out what is an odd canal in connection with the mind, ear, mouth. And I'm pushing out what is an odd vein of dark tar that's stuck, and I'm pushing it out of there. And I'm dissolving it. It's hard to push, so I'm just dissolving it out. Now there's light that is flowing through here, and clean white light. I'm helping you to hear the light of all. I'm helping you to feel, speak, hear, sense, know the light of all, the divine light. It is in conjunction with you now. It is able to be received by you now. You can hear it now. I'm doing work on your head, removing all entities attached to your head. There's quite a lot of junk here that has been built up. Even has a thickness almost like a plastic piece. It just pushed out of your head. I'm using quite a lot of white light to instantly transform every dark energy into light, period. I'm using spent energy to make it happen very fast. I'm blasting you full of divine white light. We are lifting you upward into heaven. We are filling your spiritual atmosphere with angelic light. You are releasing all dark entities. All dark entities are being transformed instantly in heaven. Some other entities trying to create chaos here. I'm just transforming them quickly. You're being risen up into the light now naturally. And you are literally being risen up into the light. Light is taking you upward. I'm not even taking you upward. Nobody is actually moving you upward. Light itself is moving you up into the light. Releasing you from all attachments to anything else, so you are just a man, a human being without anything else in conjunction with your mind, body, spirit, any of that, period. You are a loving human being, worthy and deserving of love, worthy and deserving of experiencing life without this. Heaven is welcoming you there. You seem to be confused or unsure how to figure out what just happened. There's something about you being a child, a very young baby, a little baby, like a newborn. There's something weird about this picture. There's something about this picture. Basically, I see a newborn baby, and then I see some very gruesome looking hands touching you. Obviously, we're in heaven's light, but this is part of the wisdom, so I have to understand what this means. I'm not sure how long you've had this issue for, but I don't know if this is a reflection of something happened when you were a baby that inspired something to get derailed as well. So there's not only a past life thing going on here with some memories emotionally creating an emotional rift, but there's something else here that started when you were younger. I am letting them know that the time is now. It is time to disconnect now. All reflections of these memories are now a part of the light. That way the memories are not creating harm in you. All I can do is try to understand as best I know how. So I see a picture. They won't tell me about it. They won't give me any more information about this image. I'm just allowed to see it, and then I choose to see that these are parts of memories that were harassing of you and at an innocent expression, a vulnerable state. It could be as recent as today. There's just an image to describe vulnerable state of mind, and then a control by an outside force that you had no control over the experience. So I am allowing this vibration to just go into the light. So all that is left now is the innocence in the light, healing in the light. This is the only truth that remains. I see you. There's sparkles of energy going around your head like a halo. There's sparkles of energy coming out of your eyes. It's purifying your mind and your perceptions, your third eye too. It's helping you to release some deep down emotional pains that you've been holding in from deep in the gut. It's just pushing them out of your mouth. So we get that out of there. This one's kind of stuck, so let me do some work here. And more is coming out. It's just taking time here. There's an angel here, there's a violet flame here, there's another female entity here. There are other entities here, reflections of quite loving spiritual beings coming from all different directions. Here to enter into your spiritual atmosphere and share their light and love with you, to help you release old energy attachments. There's a lot of love here for you. A lot of love that has been waiting to enter into your body, into your life, into your experience, into your world. Has not been able to reach you because of all of this buildup. They're overjoyed to be able to share their energies with you, be able to touch your life again. It's a very huge blessing. You're distorted, you're transforming, you're doing something with your identity is changing. You're not who you thought you were. You're somebody different. You're not sure. The image of you is getting wavy, like that, and it's getting stretched or distorted, kind of like that door that should just be a door, but then it was trying to stretch out, and then it looked like a door I would walk through, and it turned out to be a closet. So you see, things aren't always what they seem. What is a picture turns out to be a poster, turns out to be a guy ripping through a page, and on the other side is a man in the mud, or whatever. It's whatever you're seeing, there's a different version of the truth from so many different angles. and they're mirrored reflections in all different directions, infinite directions. What are infinite directions? It's not just northeast, southwest. It's internal, it's external, it's diagonal, is every direction, and then some. More directions than even that. It's all the directions, infinite directions. So now you have a sphere. The sphere is the only way to create perfect infinite structure. How many sides are in a sphere? One or infinite? So you're being given quite a blessing here today. They're lifting a radiation energy off of you. You seem to be alive in a new way. Your eyes you're blinking and you're seeing differently. And that can't be right. But it is right. You're starting to notice something has changed about you. You're starting to understand that you're different. It wasn't what you thought it was. It's so much different now. Life is different now for me. That's what you say. You feel like rejoicing, but you're still experiencing this infinite light is still filling you from all these spiritual beings, from all these different angles, is all a part of your spiritual atmosphere. And it's sort of like got a golden hue to it, and it too is a wavy lines. And it's sort of like really hot. When it's really hot outside and you look in the distance, you can kind of see the heat in the distance. So there's something about that is kind of the way this light is coming out and around and inside of your spiritual atmosphere with you in it. So I'm just watching here. You're breathing this energy and you're feeling revitalized by it. Feeling transformed by it. You're feeling amazing. You actually feel like you need to take a nap. There's release going on here. Your body is just... give me a minute to allow this energy to process and then talk. Okay. It's just relaxing and everything's really quiet. Everything just feels like it's drifting off into the past. Everything just feels like it was a part of the crazy storm, and now I'm just a part of the hammock. What do you do when you survive a crazy storm and now you're on a hammock and you're so thankful? You live every day with that smile on your face, right? You choose to wrap your life around the things that make you happy and you rejoice. They're asking me if you're rejoicing now. They said you should be. You deserve to feel the light of all emanating from within you, around you, all over you, and from infinite reflections. You deserve to feel that. Everybody does. You're at peace right now. You're quite calm. You're not exactly where I thought you were. You are in sort of a home space, but everything's beginning so bright with all this light from these entities. They're male and female. They come from sunlight is the only way I can describe them. They're kind of golden light. They have human faces. They're all reflections of golden light, though. And so I'm not able to see them so much as the light emanating. And now I see that you were in heaven all along in this light emanating from you, around you, within you, above you, below you, everywhere. You're ready to release even more old energy, and it's quite a lot of buildup. A lot of buildup is just purging straight out of you. They're really helping you to release it. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, you're throwing it up a lot of old energy. I don't know if this work could be enough that it might really clear out a lot of toxic energy that's been built up in the body. It's got to come out somehow. So it'll come out through sweating, it'll come out, you could feel nauseous, to release it that way. You could even feel sick for a few days, and once you get all that toxic energy out, now this positive energy is like it's just sucking into you like a dry sponge, and now you're filling with it, and now you're transformed by it. You don't even know what happened to you. So in some cases, you can feel sickly in order to get some of the toxic out. I'd be surprised that your case would inspire that, just because of it's sort of dealing with the mind, emotions, that sort of thing. It's not a bodily ailment. But the way that this is showcasing itself, you may feel nauseous from this work before you start feeling triumphant from it. We have to understand that we have a body, a physical body, so this energy work, it communicates with the body and helps reprogram the body. So in order for the body to say, oh, I'm reprogrammed now, sometimes it says it starts moving things around and getting out old toxic energies that aren't fulfilling its purpose anymore, in order for it to be balanced by the positive energy work that I've done. So it's all creating a download of information and a rebalance, a reprogram of who and what you are. You are honestly, after getting all that massive, I'm telling you, it would be like 500 pounds of old garbage just came out of your mouth. That's why I'm like, whoa. I don't usually see it to quite that degree. And so that's why I have to at least warn you that might be a reaction. But that was hardcore. So that energy has been removed. And now you're just relaxing in clouds, basically breathing in and just, again, it's that beach scene. Like, what his body is struggling, trying so hard to get through this storm, trying so hard to create a sense to survive this thing. And then all of the exhaustion that you finally feel when you hit the beach and you're finally there, and it just is it's such a blessing, such a miracle, and so unbelievable, and you're so happy and you're so tired. That is what you're doing right now in heaven. It even creates tears and emotional reactions. And the emotion is a blessing for you to feel it and express it. All versions of all spaces that I have been through have been transformed in the light. I am to look back at the man in the prison. He is standing up now, and he says, I don't belong in here. He's not looking at the eel. He's not looking at anything. He's just choosing to leave now. And as he leaves, this scene disappears behind him, and he is entering into the light as well. It's quite interesting because his journey to the light requires some stairs. It's almost like an odd hospital because it's so much white in here, and there's some synthetic floors, something like that, and just going up a stairwell. You're taking one step at a time up a stairwell, and the weight is just coming off of you. I mean, you're starting to look like a strong man. This image, you were overweight in the image, and as you walk up each and every step, you actually are developing a very handsome physique is what it is. I mean, even losing weight, you look scrawny, but now you're starting to build muscle tone. You're looking quite handsome. You look strong and healthy. You look determined. You look courageous. You look like a very strong man. You look like you feel rescued. You are coming up to the top of this building and you are running. You're ready to fly. And in this space you can fly. You are actually jumping off the top of a very tall building, and you are not descending to the ground. You are flying upward without any wings because you have the capacity to do this here. This is all by your own choice, and you're so happy. And nothing is holding you back from this experience. And you are smiling and you're going faster and faster. And you are lifting up, up, up and away. There are some moments here where you feel like you could be derailed, like it could come back, but it doesn't. And the consistency of it not coming back actually helps you feel, it helps your body know that it's safe, helps your mind, helps your emotions, helps you rebalance in that way. And now it's just a part of your past, and what is now and what is your future are all of the happy dreams that you've ever wanted to experience. The ones you want to manifest is just the joy you want to feel in life, natural joy. You are here now. This version of you has made it to the clouds, and it has come over to this other version of you that is exhausted in the clouds. He's smiling at the exhausted version and saying, hey, we did it. Here I am too. There you are. Oh, here I am. I've been exhausted. It's okay. I know. I was exhausted too. You're like having a conversation with yourself. You're really encouraging this part of you to start to get some energy, start to get motivated, start to get excited. This peppy side of you that was going up the stairs and getting super fit, is coming to this other side version of you that's not the super fit version. But you also don't look overweight or anything. So you just look like an exhausted man. But not a man that's been at the gym every day, 5 hours a day, Monday through Sunday. You know what I mean? This guy looks like The Rock or something. This other guy looks like a normal guy. So the Rock version of you is just like jogging in place, like moving back and forth. This other version who's like passed out on the clouds, like I'm exhausted, quit that. It's funny. But it's like you have a twin brother. One version of you is like, I'm just gonna chill out, and the other version's like, I got places to go, I got things to do. So I'm just waiting to see what they decide to do. I mean, they're still interacting with each other. There's quite a lot of smiles here. There's quite a lot of excitement going on. When it gets exciting, I will yawn. Not because I'm a tired David. Okay. I'm just watching. Peppy guy is starting to relax too and starting to feel calmer. And the other guy is starting, it's like they're balancing their energies with each other. So Peppy guy is starting to relax while Sleepy guy is starting to feel ready to stand up now. Sleepy guy is trying to come now too. He's releasing some other of his own versions of, is it coming back? Is it really over? Still trying to make sure his body is still trying to balance with the truth. Peppy guy has already gone through that and he's balanced. And so we're just waiting for this other version of you to feel balance as well. He's waking up to a new reality, all right. He's starting to see that it's not what it used to be, in a good way. It's like he just woke up from a really long dream. And he thought the dream was real all along, but it turned out to just be a dream. And now here is the real world. Oh, I get it now. Wow, it all makes sense now. He seems to have extraordinary clarity. He's standing up. He still feels kind of tired though to me. He's getting his strength back. Now I see two identical men. Peppy guy does not look like The Rock. He looks like a regular guy, but Sleepy guy looks a little bit more buff now. So they just look like regular guys that are twins, perfect twins. And they're starting to blend into oneness with each other. There's a removal of something from the back, something that had hurt your upper back. Something coming out of there. This looks like a shovel that was stabbed in there, and now we just pulled the shovel out. It's the only way I can describe it. That feels a lot better, he says. There's only one of you now. You're trying to figure out what you're going to do next. Everything is seriously quiet. Everything is seriously quiet and still. The peppy guy, part of you is starting to snap his fingers and want to dance. The sleepy side is starting to feel more like the peppy side. And you're one. You're just one guy. But part of you is very peppy and part of you likes to relax too. So it's like you're two people in one body. And so peppy guy's like, I really like the way this feels. Like, it's like you're hearing some tunes and you're doing a dance. And you're starting to get into the motion and you're putting on some really cool moves for us. I mean, you're feeling really awesome right now. You're feeling great. You feel like you just want to go dance and just be happy and live your life. It's really nice to watch you moving and grooving, and you feel alive. You feel alive. You're not moving like super fast. You're moving in a slow sort of, I don't know, like, you're not bebopping by any means, but your moves are kind of like modern looking, more slow motion dance moves, but very modern and cool. You feel like you just look great to me. You look awesome. I'm just going to have a couple angels here. There's 3 angels here with you while you're moving and grooving. They're saying those golden light beings are still a full part of your spiritual atmosphere and will remain with you now to hold you and help you heal from this event. So you're supposed to know that you are being held by heaven. And you feel and look amazing. All right, Michael, that is the end of your soul rebirth journey. I will be curious to see how you're feeling in the coming days. So, all right, I don't know what else to say, but thank you for this experience, and thank you for letting me share this openly on YouTube so others can learn about the spirit realm and about spiritual healing and how that works. I just want the best for you. So that is all. And for those who are watching, if you would like to experience your own soul rebirth journey, please visit me at my website. It's abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.